Okay, so now I've moved over to Photoshop because I'm going to add the eyeballs to the actual texture map. So I want to go to where my file. So 3D Gen Toolkit, and I want to go to my Maya. Nope. I believe it's export. Nope. Actually, it is under Substance Textures and Clean Maps. So for the belt buckle, we're just going to go mascot body color. Open that up. And also, I'm going to open, so we need to go up one, and then this is our UV snapshot, which was baked out earlier, so I'm just going to copy that. And if you hold down Control and select the box, it actually selects everything, and so you can Control C, Control W, Control V, and so now we can see that we have our belt buckle. Okay, so at this point, all I did was just clicked on the lock and it basically unlocks. And so I'll add a new layer and then just choose the lasso tool. And I'm just going to go here and just select. Actually, I want the Control D and then polygon lasso. So polygon lasso, just select all this stuff and probably go with a grayish blue color and hit that, and then just hit Alt backspace. So the inside, so this is going to be the inside of the belt. So we can actually kind of fake the coloring in here. So just try and follow these UVs here. And just grab this stuff. Okay, and then I will go here, select a little darker color. We know the inside is going to be a little darker. Alright, so from this point, actually, I want to select this outer ring. And this is going to be the outside. So I want to select the inverse of that. And then here, I want to actually, I'm just holding down Alt. And I'm just selecting outside here. And then I want these. So basically I want just in here. Whoops. There we go. So now, when I actually I want the inverse of this, so select inverse, Shift Delete, and actually I don't want that color. I'm going to go with just a little bit lighter. There we go. Okay, we'll turn off the UV. And I think that was the only thing that we really needed to fix on this map, was just that belt buckle. So we can just merge down, Control E. So this guy, we can just dump this, delete. So just flatten our image. and then just Control S and close this out, and then we will go to our head clean map, which is this guy, and we want to open this one up and select go back out to the textures. Now we want the UV snapshot for the head, and we'll just select this layer, copy, Control W, Control V to paste, and so now we have the eyeball. So from this background, we'll create a new layer, and with the lasso tool, we'll just go around the eyeball. Doesn't need to be perfect, just as long as we're on the outside of the UV. And so we don't want to clip into the brow, so we just want to stay around the eye. So with that eye UV selected, we're just going to go to, I hit D to reset the colors, and then X to flip. And from here we can select that white, and then I'll probably go to a light blue, like kind of a grayish bluish color, and hit Alt backspace, and that will fill that eye in. Okay, and then here if we go to deselect that, and from here I'll create a actually, so I think this eyeball should be, so if we flip back over to Maya and we look in here, so if I collapse or minimize this, and if we go up to the eyeball, okay, so we can see that basically the pupil is just enclosed in that first circle. So that's kind of what we want to do here, is like get this first circle basically blocked in color wise. So here we can just go to our brush. So we'll just select our circle, and from here, if you just hold down Shift, oops, not Shift, I think it's Control Shift. Control Shift will, nope. Okay, so, nope, it's not Control. Get a little mixed up with all these. Okay, so it's Alt and Shift. Okay, so we'll select that guy right there, and I'll probably just throw all black. Okay, so all black, we'll go, oh boy, so Shift, it's not what I'm doing here, so deselect, add a new layer here, and so here, so Alt, Shift, okay, that's selected. Now we want to fill, so edit fill with the background color, so just straight up black, and from here we'll probably see, this might be too big, so if I'm going back to Maya, so I'm filling this all black, and that's not what I want. I want in the first circle. So I'm going to Control Z and go back here, so Control D, and then go here. There we go. I'm just going to scooch this over and say fill, background color, and I'm going to zoom up on this guy just a little bit and deselect that, and then select this again, and I'm actually going to modify contract, and let's say by 3 pixels. Okay. Actually, let's go select, modify, contract. Let's go 2 pixels. So just come in off the black a little bit. Okay, and then from here, probably going to go with a bluish, greenish, hazily looking color. And from here, I'll select again, modify, contract, and let's say 5 pixels. Let's do that again. Select, modify, contract, and we'll say 5 pixels. Let's do that again. Contract. Let's go, it's probably going to be 15. Okay, and then here we'll add the pupil with black. So fill, background color. All right, and then from here, what I like to do is just throw in some highlight color in here. So with the brush, so we'll just hit B for brush, and then go with a soft round, and the flow, turn it down, and the opacity, going to turn that down. And from here, just kind of come up here, and just add this. And we can actually, there you go, just kind of like a highlight color. And then here I'll just grab a darker color and just kind of paint this in a little bit. It's kind of like the shadow. Just kind of fake it. There we go. If I turn off the UV, that's what we're seeing. It's kind of a painterly looking eye for now. And so from here, I will go to actually just flatten image, discard the hidden layers, it's fine. Oh, actually I want to Control Z that. And here, I do want to, so I kind of want to get this same color scheme for the eyebrow, but, so I'll add a new layer and select the eyebrow, UV, just going around this guy right here, just as long as I'm close. The bleed is fine, just to go outside the bleed. Okay, and then I'll probably, so if you hit I, it gives you a color selector. So probably go with this, maybe a color like that. And then if I Alt backspace, and from here, if I deselect, and from here I kind of want to go around this way. So I'm just grabbing this. So this is the inner part of the brow. Okay, so I'm going to fake the shadow around this edge. So selecting this inner, and then if I say select inverse, it's going to select anything that's on here. And so I want to go with, say, a little darker, not too darker. Oh shoot, that's not what I want. I just want, let's see here, so lasso, so I want this guy, and then I also want this part right here. Just lassoing this UV here. Whoops, I want, actually, cut that out. Deselect that. Escape. So I'm just selecting this guy first. The inside. And then I want this one. So select inverse. There we go. Then here I can just grab my brush and say I want to select inverse, because that's what I want. This, not that color though. I want a darker color. So select this guy. We'll just go with that for now. Can adjust and tweak afterwards. So that's the inside of the eye. And this is going to be the tongue. So I want to make a new tongue. So new lasso. Just going to color this the tongue. So go to almost a reddish pinkish color. And then just Alt Delete. And this is going to be the inside of the mouth. And so I want this to be darker as well. So with this, I'll probably go with pretty darkish red, almost like a brownish red, darkish. That should work. And then these teeth, I want to use so the teeth, I'll just D, X, and then probably go to a yellow. Nobody's teeth are super white, so we'll just go with this just to basically have that blocked in. So if we delete the UVs, we'll turn them off, and then go to flatten image, discard the hidden layers, Control S, and then close out of Photoshop. And so back in Maya, we'll go to the hypershade again, and if we select you can just reload the material, and reload the material, and go to, so just go to both, so body, and reload, 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 and just make sure that these are all reloaded in. There we go. And I'm getting a weird, okay, that's probably happening on the normal map, which I will have to fix for that. So if we look at this in the render view, go. So we're getting some weirdness on. So if I close those out, so to fix those two items, we're going to have to go back to Photoshop. So time out for a second.